show you guys how to play my arrangement of Hey Joe. And this is by far one of my favorite Hendrix tunes, and I love this tune for so many reasons, including the chord changes, the melody, and it's just a really fun one to solo over. So I'm going to show you guys how to play exactly what I just played. I'll show you the chords, the verse, my solo, all note by note. So let's go ahead and start from the top. So the opening riff goes. So that's just 3, 5, 3 on the B with the open E. And then we're going to slide down from 4 to 2 on the G. Open G, open D, 2. Open E, so that part again. And then we're going to keep that same open E shape, but bring it up to the 5th fret. And that's just, so on the 7th fret of the D, we're going to hammer onto the 9th fret. And that's just a little double stop. I have my finger down on the 7th fret. And I'll slide down where we start the verse. And the verse is really just 5 chords. So it's C, G, D, A7, E major. So what I'm playing over the first verse sounds like. So that's really just for the C chord, I'm starting on the 3rd fret of the A, and then sliding from 5 to 7. Then I have a double stop here on the 5th fret of the D and the G. Then I'll slide back down for the G chord. And I'll, hit that low G with my thumb, and then have the G major triad on top, and I'll put in the sus. That's the C, the 5 on the G string. Then we'll play essentially the same pattern, just up 2 frets for the D chords. So that part again. And that's just, we're playing 7 on the low E, 5 on the A. And then for the next verse, what I play sounds like. And that's just for the C chord. We'll start on the 3 of the A string, and we'll slide from 5 to 7 on the A. So 5, 7, and then we'll do a sort of hammer-on pull-off. So that's bar on the 5, 7, then slide from 7. So what I'm doing there is I have my thumb on the low G, and then I'll have this, G major triad anchored down, and I'll use my pinky to get the sus note, that 5 on the G, and then I'll play the 5 on the D. And then we'll play just an open D shape, and I'll hammer on my middle finger. And over the A7 chord, what I'm playing is I'll slide in from the 3rd to the 4th on the A. And it's just, a hammer on pull off, barring on the 2nd fret. And so for this next verse, I start with an open C chord. Then I'll play a G with my thumb anchored down, triad shape on top. Then I'll use my index finger to slide from the 3rd to the 5th fret, Then I'll roll up to the D on the A string. So that's just, then I'll slide from 7 to 9, and I'll bar on the 7th, slide back down to 7, A sus4, using my pinky for that. And that little turnaround riff is similar to the intro, if you recall. That's just 3-5-3 with the open E, 4-2, open G, and for the next verse, I'm really just playing the chord shapes. All right, and for the solo, this is all in the key of E pentatonic, E blues scale, and played slowly, this sounds like. So that's bend on the 15. That's sort of little half bend, you know, release on the 14th fret. Then I'll bend on the 15 again. And for this little part, I'm playing. That's just slide in from 14 to 16. Bend on the 15. Then I'll bend on the 14. Slide up to the 17. Then I'll play. And that's really just, you know, a hammer on pull off sort of, you know, E minor pentatonic. I'm sure you guys can figure that out. And this cool walking bass line part is really just walking into the root tone of each chord. So this is just C, open E, G, D, A, E. And then from there, it's back to the verse. And that's my take on Hey Joe. So hopefully you guys now have all the notes. If you have any questions, if I ran through anything too fast, drop a comment. I'll do my best to reply, and have fun practicing.